Hi, folks. My name is Jabbar Thomas, and I'm your instructor in Dmpt 1000 Intro to Media Design. Most of you are probably in your first or second semester here at GPTC, so you're probably near the beginning of your process. And I want to thank you for choosing GPTC. Thank you for choosing the Design Media Production Technology department, and thank you for choosing my DMPT 1000 course. We have some really great things lined up for you that I think will be fun as well as very insightful, and you will learn a lot in the course. I just wanted to cover a few things in this video that you need to know as you start off the semester. First of all, as you probably know, May 18th, 2020 is the start of the summer semester, and it ends on July 31st, 2020. This semester, all classes are going to be taught online due to the coronavirus pandemic. So we're not meeting on campus for any classes at all for this course, and probably most of your other courses at all for this summer semester. There are a few exceptions that the administration knows about, but those are mostly involving courses or majors like HVAC, nursing, where they have like certification tests that they have to take by law and they have to meet on campus. But suffice it to say, this class is entirely online all summer long. One of the most important things you want to do is you want to constantly check your email as well as the announcements on Blackboard regarding the class, because I post frequently. Not just announcements that tell you what's going to come up, but also all the quizzes, projects, reading assignments, anything involving the material for the course. It'll always be posted online, and you'll normally get a announcement. You'll get an announcement posted on Blackboard as well as an email. So please, please, please check your school email regularly. When I say regularly, that means really every day, at least once a day. I will give you a new posting or a new announcement or email, usually once to twice per week. Okay. The textbook for the class is called Launching the Imagination by Mary Stewart, 5th edition. It is mandatory because of the fact that this course comes very heavily out of the textbook. We have a lot of other material that we're going to go over other than just what's in the textbook, but you absolutely have to have the textbook. We will get a quiz roughly every week. Maybe not every week. Like, for example, this first week, there's a possibility that we won't have a quiz. Check the syllabus, it'll give you more details on that. But virtually every week you'll have a quiz, except for the first week, the midterm, and the last week, which will be a final exam. Midterm time, you get a midterm exam as well. So you have your quizzes, you have your midterm exam, you have your final exam, and you'll have 3 projects. There's nothing more important than staying up on your deadlines. So please don't let a long time go between when you check your emails or when you do your assignments, because we do not accept late work whatsoever. This is one habit that we want to make sure that we all know and we all practice, which is turning in your work early, if not on time, okay? Or rather, turning in your work on time, if not early. Early, like the old saying goes, to be on time is to be late, to be early is to be on time. So you really want to get that down. It's a very important skill you need to learn for the rest of your time at GPTC, no matter who the teacher is, but also in the industry. All of you guys are either film or television or recording arts or graphic design or 3D animation people. You're all in the arts in one way or another. And deadlines are a very, very, very important factor in determining whether or not you get work or whether you get clients or whether you get hired at a particular company. So late work is not accepted under any circumstances. No do-overs either. You can't retake quizzes. You can't redo projects. You get one shot at it. Okay, but the good news is that with 10 weeks and quizzes every week, you'll have probably at least 7 to 8 quizzes, maybe 7 quizzes over the course of the semester. The quizzes each will count for maybe 2 or 3% of your final grade. So if you miss or don't do well on 1 or 2, it's not the end of the world. But if you habitually miss quizzes, you don't turn in projects, and you don't do your exams, of course, that is really, really bad. But the idea is, to make sure you stay on top of the work from day one and get it done as early as possible and do your best possible work. Responsibility for any missed instruction, really, this isn't really much of an issue being that we're online, but responsibility for missed instruction would be like, say, for example, if we were on campus and you missed a day, we don't have an attendance policy, but it's not up to the teacher to get the student the information that they missed. If the student walks up to the teacher and says, "Hey, what I miss?" The teacher's not bound to tell you anything because they taught the class already. So make sure that if you're going to miss, or if you have missed, make sure you made arrangements maybe with a classmate or something like that to get the notes. Okay, so the responsibility is on you for any missed content. So there are no makeup lectures or anything like that. Not much of an issue. Speaking of which, this semester we won't do any live lectures on Collaborate or Zoom or anything like that, primarily because of the fact that during this quarantine, everybody's schedule is different. Many of you may be working. Many of you may have kids. I know personally, me, I do a lot of my work. I'm an artist. I'm a filmmaker. So I do a lot of my work late at night. So if you look at the times where a lot of my posts go up, they'll go at crazy times in the morning, like at 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning. That's because that's when I do most of my work. But it's always, on time, but it's just, I don't work banker's hours, 9 to 5. I'll work a 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. kind of shift as far as the courses are concerned. But that's just me. You'll normally get a large number of days. Like when I say large number of days, that could be the better part of 5 to 7 days to complete a quiz. But in that 5 to 7 days, you're expected to do the reading from the prescribed chapter in the textbook, as well as read the PowerPoints. I have PowerPoints on many of the chapters that we're going to cover. Please do not expect the PowerPoints. Please do not read the PowerPoints instead of reading the chapter, because there's a lot of material in the PowerPoints that's not in the book, and there's a lot of material in the book that's only referenced in the chapter. But the quizzes and exams, they go into both extreme detail when it comes to the PowerPoint and the book. So word to the wise, read the PowerPoint, read the book very carefully. Make sure you know that when you go into the quizzes or the exams or do the projects. The projects, each project, there'll be three projects. Each project will have something called a project assignment sheet. A project assignment sheet. A project assignment sheet is basically a list of instructions of what you need to do to complete the project. And it also works as kind of like a rubric. Okay, it tells you the degree to which you need to complete all of the disciplines that you see in the project in order for you to get a good grade on that project. Okay, one of the big issues I have with students over and over again is that they either don't read the project assignment sheet at all and they just kind of wing it when they do the project, or what they'll do is they'll read the project sheet one time and then set it aside, and maybe a day or two later just start on the project without looking at the project assignment sheet, trusting on their memory to get all of the details right. And most of the time, they're leaving a lot of stuff out. Many times, it's very simple things, and they're losing points on things that they really didn't need to lose points on, but because they didn't pay attention to detail and follow the project assignment sheet, they miss out. So please make sure as you're doing the projects, please make sure you have the project assignment sheet to the side as you're doing it, and make sure you check off all of the points you're supposed to hit, everything you're supposed to do as you're working on the project, so you can get everything done and done well and in good order. Let's see, is there anything else that I need to read? Yes, our ad drop period goes from Monday, May 18th through Wednesday, May 20th. Okay, I'd recommend that you get all of your adding and dropping done between Monday, May 18th and Tuesday, May 19th. After Wednesday, May 20th, you cannot drop or add any other courses, okay? You can withdraw from courses after May the 20th. However, that's different from dropping a course. And the difference is when you withdraw from a course after, in this case, May 20th, the end of the ad drop period, you do not get your money back for the course, okay? You would have paid for the course after May May the 20th. So if you think that you might need to drop a course or add a course, it needs to be done before the end of the day, which would be like 5 p.m. on Wednesday, May the 20th. I recommend don't wait until Wednesday. Knock it out Monday or Tuesday, because of the fact that usually a lot of people wait to the last minute and they end up not getting it done. And if Wednesday passes and you haven't added or dropped, is not much they can do for you. A second thing you need to be extremely aware of is the ethics quiz and the no-show assignment. These are two assignments that you're going to have to do at the very beginning of the semester. They don't count for anything. They don't, they can't hurt you in your grade, but the idea is it's like they're proof that you've actually shown up for the class online and you're actually doing work in the class. And if you don't do your no-show assignment and your ethics quiz or your no-show assignment by May the 31st, if you don't do it by then what's going to happen is that you're going to be no-showed from the course. So what that means is that the registrar will drop you from the course. They'll send the money back to wherever you got it from, whatever your lender or whoever granted you the money. They'll send that back. And as far as the school is concerned, you're no longer in the course. So please, please, please make sure that you complete your no-show assignment and your ethics quiz. It's super easy. It's just a few questions and it's on Blackboard. If you have any problems with logging in the Blackboard, like if your password won't work or your username doesn't work, if you don't know your username or password, you need to contact technical support at the school. So essentially what you do is you call the school on the school's number, a recording will pop up, and you would just simply follow the voice prompts to be forwarded to technical support. You would follow the voice prompts to the fact that you're a student and you need help with logging into, say, Blackboard or Banner Web, if that's your problem, and they will get you all straightened out as far as getting in. Please know that you can always reach out to me via email, okay? If you have any questions or concerns or anything like that, please, if you have a problem or issue, please reach out to me before it becomes a problem versus, after it becomes a problem, because of the fact that issues are always better to resolve earlier. It's easier to resolve an issue earlier than after it's too late, okay? So please don't hesitate to reach out to me by email at thomasj@gptc.edu. The syllabus is on Blackboard, so please consult the syllabus for any additional information regarding the course and any additional information as far as reaching me. Of course, the phone number that's listed on there, you will not be able to reach me by that phone number. That's the school number. So you can contact me via email. So, and finally, if you want to know what the class is all about, if you're wondering about that, it's very simple. The course is really all about Dmpt 1000 Intro to Media Design. It's all about preparing you as artists in a really solid grounding in artistic principles. If you're in a visual art, and that's everybody other than recording arts, if you're in a visual art, then you will find out that there are certain concepts that are universal, that are like the starting point, the ground zero of being a visual artist that you need to know about. There's an awful lot of theory, there's an awful lot of history that you need to know. This is largely what Dmpt 1000 is about. Also in Dmpt 1000, we're going to get a start in Photoshop. Photoshop is a critical program that you will need to know from Dmpt 1000 to after you graduate to everything that you do in the working world. So please make sure that you pay attention to the projects and the assignments related to Photoshop and make sure you do those. If you can do additional work in Photoshop on your own, that's highly recommended. There's a Photoshop class that you will have to take after this semester called Dmpt 1010 Raster Imaging, which is all Photoshop. Dmpt 1000 gives you a head start. Okay, so that's about all I have. It's about 15 minutes, so I guess that's enough. So if you have, once again, any questions or concerns, please contact me at my email address. Please go ahead and read that syllabus. Go ahead and start reading chapter 1 in the textbook. If you haven't already gotten the textbook, Launching the Imagination, and it is the 5th edition by Mary Stewart. Please make sure you get that. And I guess I will see you online. Take care of yourselves, everybody, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.